Okay, so this week I'm going to talk about the best anime of 2019. If your guess was not Promised Neverland, you are wrong, my friend. Since Mother's Day is this Sunday, I thought I'd take some time to discuss a mother that is consistently misunderstood. And as much as I would like to discuss the tragedy that is Sister Crone, today we're going to talk about Isabella. Now, let me start by saying, if you haven't watched Promised Neverland yet, please leave. That show is just way too good to have it ruined by this 5-minute video. That being said, there are major spoilers for season 1 ahead. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so brief synopsis. So Promised Neverland follows the story of some very gifted orphans who realize that the halfway home that they're living on is actually a farm for these monsters who enjoy eating human brains. It sounds pretty bleak, but it's actually a very thrilling show with a lot of strategy and a female protagonist. Always got to give anime that point when they do it. Now, for season 1, the main villain's name is Isabella, who the children fondly call Mama. Now, they call her Mama because she raises them very lovingly, I may add. She feeds them, she educates them, and she plays a lot of games with them as well. Not including that game in which they think that they're aging out of an orphanage. For the entire first season, she is shown as this huge villain, and it makes sense. She's a human breeding children to be consumed, and this includes her own son, Ray. Not only does she breed them, but she actively makes sure that they don't escape, going as far as breaking the protagonist Emma's leg when she attempts to get away. Okay, so I agree, she is pretty bad, but when you take a deeper look, you realize how complicated her position is. Think about it. Isabella has absolutely no idea what it's like on the farm. For all she knows, the 10-foot-tall monsters that she communicates with are the only inhabitants of Earth. Or I'm guessing they're on Earth? I don't know. And actually, neither does she. There's a scene where Norman, rest in peace, and Emma overhear the monsters arguing about how they do all the heavy lifting and they never get to eat human brains because they're so expensive and rare. Isabella is obviously privy to that information and knows that if they escape, they're going to get a swift and gruesome death. So instead of subjecting the children to that, she gives them palliative care, like a twisted hospice worker. She gives them so much love and affection that they're happy to the very end. Some may argue that she was trained to treat these children with respect and love, but there's a reason why her farm breeds some of the best children. Now, why didn't she just escape with the children when she got a chance, you may ask? My answer is how? There's about 30 of them nigglets, and half of them are under 5. I don't know if you have experience with young children, but I spent an afternoon with my 2 nephews in Chuck E. Cheese, and it nearly broke me. Imagine trying to escape captivity with these children. What's she supposed to do? Just leave them there? Come on. You also have to remember that Isabella is a product of trauma and brainwashing. In her head, she is doing what's best for these children. And finally, breaking the system is not easy, especially when you're at such a disadvantage. People are always quick to say, I would be the one to break the mold, or if I was in that situation, I would do things differently, but that's incorrect. When your life is on the line, you would surprise yourself at the egregious things that you would carry out. History, and I'm talking about real life history, has already shown us that. Standing up to tyranny is hard to do. And 99% of people are afraid of death. It's easy for you to say that behind your computer or when you're looking on your iPhone, but the truth of the matter is you more than likely would act exactly like Isabella, or maybe even worse. Look, I'm not saying Isabella is amazing. I'm just saying chill on that villain talk when discussing her. She has way too much nuance to be considered the villain. So do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.